Well, dropped off, the car's being dropped off at the car storage, and I'm walking along towards the airport now, along to the waterfront of the airport. Welcome to the video, by the way. My name is Brian James. I'm on my path to Paphos, or rather I'm not my path to Paphos tonight, because I'm in Paphos already, and I'm just walking up to the airport at the moment because I'm on my path to Carlisle, which I don't know if you can see me on that or not. It's 2:30 in the morning, and I'm going back to the airport, which I don't want to be doing. It'd be nice to go back home and see home and things, but yeah, I'm having to go back. I've got lots of things to sort out, so I'm going to be over there for about a month. But keep watching the video because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly what's going on as we go through the video. But as I say, I'm just walking along to the terminal building, and it looks quite quiet tonight actually. This airport's a strange one. I've never seen any middle ground. It's typical Cyprus actually. There's no middle ground in anything. It's either flat out and busy and crowds everywhere, or totally dead and nobody here. And Cyprus, my experience over the last 7 months to the day, 7 months to the day since I came, my experience is that Cyprus doesn't do middle ground very well. It does either very fast and furious, or so laid back it's horizontal, and there doesn't seem to be a middle ground on that. Anyway, I'm going to go into the airport building now. I'll catch up when I get inside. So you may be wondering, if I don't want to go back to the UK, what on earth am I doing going back? Well, very simple. I have a house over there. I have a son who still lives over there, a wife, daughter, granddaughter, and of course it's always really nice seeing the family. Although my wife and daughter have both been across the house a few times, my son hasn't. So I'm going back across to the UK, see my son. Unfortunately, it's only for 6 days. I'm away in the UK for 29 days, but my son's coming over here using my house and my car for a fortnight. So I'm going to the UK. I'm not going to see much of him because he's coming across here. But he's going to have a holiday on his own and just enjoying himself, which will be really, really good. But no, I'm going across here. I've got lots of things to do. As I say, we're keeping the house. My son's going to rent the house for me. Excuse me. And because he's going to rent the house, I have to get all my rubbish, my 64 years of detritus, out of the house and moved on. And that's going to take me a little bit of doing. I've got a whole lot of people I want to go and see. I want to see lots and lots of my friends. It may be the last time I see some of these friends for many years, maybe forever. So it's going to be something about going around and tying up a few loose ends, and just, you know, to see some of those people. I'm going to visit my Rotary Club, because when I moved out here in April, we came out. I don't know if you remember seeing the videos. There's videos. If you look back through the videos, you'll see them. But I came out here in March originally with Sue for a fortnight to try and find out what we could do in that time. If we could find a house, if we could find somewhere where I may be able to work, and work out how to start the residency process. And it was a total whirlwind. Within 3 days, we had a house sorted out. We had all sorts of things sorted, and my residency process was already started at that time. So by the time we finished that 2 weeks at the beginning of March, I was already well on my way to being here, and it was a real whirlwind. It really was. So yes, it went over very quickly. That meant that I had a lot of loose ends that I didn't tie up. So this visit is a way to tie those loose ends up and see some of the people I never got the chance to. Because I've been quite conscious. I've got a lot of friends I never got the chance to say goodbye to properly. So yes. So what time is it now? It is, let's just have a look at my watch. It is 2:45. So I've actually got here a little bit early because my check-in isn't until 3:45 and my flight is at 5:45 across to Newcastle on Ryanair. So I'm doing my usual thing. I'm sitting in a cafe with a cup of coffee. First time in a Costa's for ages, actually. I haven't been in the Costa's over here since, in fact, I don't think I've been in the Costa's over here in the mall. I've always been going to Nero, so it's unusual to get a Costa's again. And I should be doing some of these videos from a Costa's in the UK very soon. But yes, it's the same as usual, Costa coffee. And let's do a little bit more filming as we go through, so I'll see you soon. Well, I'm here in departures now. I've got another hour flight. In fact, just look at the flight. There's a couple of flights going at the same time. Got one to Newcastle, one to Dublin. They're strange places when you come into these departure lounges. I always find them very, very, very cold, inhospitable sort of places. But one of the things I'm always fascinated on is when you look down the departure boards. I'm just looking at the one down there. You see all these fantastic destinations, and it always makes me think, you know, what would it be like going on to some of those destinations? Usually I'm going either back home or on a holiday to one place, but you look up there and there's flights to Tel Aviv and Dusseldorf and Berlin and all sorts of places, and you think, I'm going to have to go and visit those places one day. Now, one of the advantages I've got about living over here now, which is very different to living in the UK, I'm an awful lot closer to some of those destinations. So a flight which might have been 8 or 9 hours from the UK is suddenly 2 to 3 hours. So some of these places which I've never been to are well within reach. So one of the things I'm looking forward to living in Cyprus is going to some of these more exotic places, these places that you used to see in books. I'm of the generation, I'm 64, I'm of the generation where I used to see these places on TV or in books, but you never expected ever to go there. So one of the things I really want to do is disappear at those sort of places. Now the problem is at the minute, the hard thing on these is stopping the boredom. I really get bored in airports, dislike them intensely. But yeah, it's pretty good. The duty free is open, so I've got my obligatory bottles of wine to take back for sale. But I'll let you see as we go out to the plane a little bit and hopefully follow the journey through. As I say, part of the reason I'm going back to the UK is just to get rid of 64 years worth of detritus from the house, all the things that I've left there over the years. I'm going to have a big clear out because my son's not going to be wanting to live in the house with all my stuff there. So that's going to be quite difficult actually, because I've got all this memories and all the things I used to put off. That'll be useful one day. That'll really be useful one day. So I've got to be quite. I think I'm going to be quite firm with myself, quite harsh, and quite cutthroat, and get rid of a lot of that sort of stuff. And I'm not sure what I'm flying on today either. I think Ryanair is probably going to be a 737. So I'll let you know as we get on the pan and there. But yeah, about an hour to the flight. I'll keep you informed. See you later.
Yes, as you can see, I am back. I'm sitting in Costa's in Carlisle. So for all of you who said you'll have to start doing your videos from Costa's in Carlisle, I'm here. But yes, I'm back. You'll have seen earlier in the video my travel across. I did hate it. I hate travelling in cattle class. Those seats are just so uncomfortable. They're so tight, and so I think in future I'm going to spend the extra money and I'm going to get a better flight across. They do their job. Don't get me wrong. And they're very inexpensive, those flights on that certain airline. But no, I just find it too uncomfortable. So I'm back. So what do I think? Honest answer, I can't wait to get back to Cyprus. I really cannot wait. I've been back. I've been in the house. It's my home. It's my house. It's my home. My family's there. I've loved seeing my family. My granddaughter and daughter were waiting for me when I got back this morning from the airport. But I just feel like a square peg in a round hole. I just don't seem to fit there anymore. I know I've only been away 7 months, but that really has become my home. And I found it difficult coming across the motorway this morning, well, the dual carriageway. It was nice seeing all the autumnal colours on the trees. That was fabulous. But it's much of a muchness and much of a sameness, and there's just a cloud seems to hang over the place. So yes, I am back, but if I could go straight back this afternoon, I would. I mean, it's that serious. Having said that, the good thing is I've got my car on the road. The battery was dead. My son Dan managed to get me a replacement battery. So I've spent this afternoon replacing the battery, putting the new battery under the seat. It's under the seat in the Mercedes. So I have got my big Mercedes back, which I'm thoroughly enjoying driving. So as I say, I've come down to Costa's just for the sake of the quick run out. But no, I'm here for working time. I'm here to clear a lot of stuff out, so that when I go back, the house is going to be fairly well cleared for my son to move into properly. He's already living in it, but you know what I mean, to take over properly. I've got some stuff I'm going to have to sell. I've got to make arrangements for the caravan. I'm not selling the caravan this time. I'm going to be selling the caravan, or getting Dan to sell the caravan probably for me in the spring of next year, because I'm going to get a lot more money for it in the spring rather than selling it now. But it needs prepped up. I need to be able to get it ready to have a full service. Needs 2 new tyres. The tyres themselves are fantastic on it, but they're 7 years old, and I don't believe in having tyres on a caravan which are over 7 years old. Even if they look brilliant, I'd rather change them. So it'll need 2 new tyres put on the caravan, and that'll hopefully be getting sold in the spring next year. We've had a new heating system put in the house at home, so I've been setting that up and getting that onto the Google box, because I've got a very electronic home in the UK. It's everything's run on the Google box and and Alexa, and it works really well. We can put windows up and curtains up and down, and close curtains, open curtains, and switch the heating on and switch TV on and all sorts of things like that, and lights. Do this from around the world if I want to. I can actually do it from Cyprus. So I've been spending my day back home doing that. I'm going to go for a meal with my wife tonight, because that'll be nice to have a meal with her. And the dogs went ballistic after 7 months. It's 7 months to the day today, because it was 1st of April I came out. Today's the 1st of November, so it's exactly 7 months. And the dogs haven't seen me for that amount of time, and they went absolutely ballistic. So that was really nice. So seeing all the family, seeing the dogs, got my car sorted. Time to go back, I think. So no, I'm over here for the whole of November. The interesting thing is my family are going over at the house. So although I'm over here, my son's off over to there, and then my wife and daughter are going over. So I'm not going to actually see much of my family, because they're all going to be in the house in Cyprus, and I'm going to be across here. Anyway, thanks very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tick the all on the little bell below. That really does help. And if you have a look there, you'll find that there is a QR code to a Buy Me a Coffee page. If you'd like to buy me a coffee and give me a little financial support the channel, that really would be appreciated, because it does make a huge difference But as I say, if you're not a subscriber, by ticking that subscribe box, that makes an even bigger difference. I'm thinking about 4,080 subscribers on the channel at the moment, and I really appreciate that, because the channel is fun to do. The channel is fun to make. Sometimes it seems a bit of a chore when you're trying to think of new ideas and new things to say. But I've met so many wonderful people because of this channel. I've got so many really good friends, and I'm seeing them almost every day when I'm across in Cyprus. I'm meeting new people who watch the channel and come up and comment. I had a few this week before I came across, and yeah, if you do watch the channel and you see me out, give me a shout. I'm always like to say hello. But until the next time, this is Brian James on my path to Paphos, but back in cold, horrible, wet England. I'll see you on your path to Paphos. Bye bye.